food label game. In this game, I'm going to be showing you a bunch of food labels, and you're going to figure out whether or not that food label meets our goals. I'm going to show you what the goals are in just a second. Just a quick note, take you a moment as you're looking at these food labels to figure out what the answer is. And so you might want to have your finger on the pause button to give yourself some extra time before I reveal the answer. Okay, let's get started. Here's my goals. I want to keep my fat below 30%. I want my protein at 25% or higher, and what's left over is the carbohydrates. I want to avoid sugar, and we're not going to get into it today. I also want to avoid white flour. Goals, that's what, when you look at the labels, you got to figure out if it's going to meet my particular goals. 30%, above 25% for protein. Okay, let's take a look at our first label. Not exactly sure what this product is. Other labels, I do know what the products are. So take a look at this and tell me if this is going to meet my goals. Right? You got the proteins, the carbohydrates, calories. You got 5 grams for this product. Here at 18 grams. Don't have it figured out yet. Hit this button because I'm going to reveal the answer. Here we go. The product has 20% fat. This is 30% or below. That's good. Right? I had an effect I'd go ding ding or something here for the 20% fat. Protein is only 14%. Carbohydrate 66%. And sugar, oh my, 33%. A third of this product. Third is from this product is actually I'm doing the grams measurement for sugars. So 33% of the grams are coming from sugar. If you do the calories, of course, you take 18 times 4 and add into 250. That would tell you how many of the calories are coming from sugar. So I was concerned about meeting my fat goal. This would be a good choice. If I learned that, gee, I haven't had enough protein today, I've been eating a lot of products that don't have much protein, this would not be a good choice. The ideal choice, of course, is a product that's going to deliver on all my goals. It's going to give me the fat I need and the protein I need and the sugars at the correct level. Okay, on to the next product. This is a croissant. Who doesn't like a croissant, right? So take a look at this and figure out if it's going to meet my goals. If not sure, hit the pause button because we're going to reveal the answer right now. Okay, when you eat a croissant, 37% of the calories are coming from fat, 8% protein, the rest is carbs at 55%. Sugars, 5%, so that's pretty good. So I was concerned about sugar. Croissant isn't a terribly bad choice, but it's a horrible choice. It's my diet. Good, probably avoid eating croissants. Let's go to the one. Ooh, Skippy peanut butter. Now this isn't just Skippy peanut butter. This is reduced fat peanut butter. Okay? So if it's reduced fat, it must be good. When they start playing with fat, they make it up in other ways. Got to keep flavor somehow. So they take away fat or they take away sugar, and they replace it with salt. Or if they're taking fat, they add sugar. Or if they're sugar, they'll add fat. So you get that game. Don't fall into the trap. Make sure you're checking out the labels and doing our homework here. Read Skippy peanut butter to fit into my diet goal. Let's take a look at the answer. Hit the pause button if you're not ready. Well, peanut butter, 53%. Even though it's reduced fat, it's still 53% fat. And, you know, like I said, I'm not going to get into good fat versus bad fat and all that other stuff. Protein, only 18%. Now, peanuts are fairly good protein. 18%. What's left over, 32%. Sugar, look at sugar, 11% of the grams are coming from sugar. Okay. So, no, I love peanut butter, and I see the product reduced fat peanut butter. Yeah, it doesn't really fit into what my goals are. Okay. Next product. Oh, I think I'm getting hungry for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich now. This is home brand squeeze grape jelly. And you see the calories and everything laid out there. This is going to get inside my diet. You know, it's grapes. Grapes are good for you, right? It's a fruit. I can have all the fruits I want, I guess. But that's, you know, raw fruits. It's not processed fruits like this. Okay, got the answer? Pause button if you don't, because here comes the answer. Hey, what do you know? There's no fat. In fact, in a lot of the most sugary candy that's out there, like jelly beans and Twizzlers and things like that, you won't find fat in those products. Hey, my wife used to go on a jelly bean diet because there's no fat on it, and it worked for her. I can't explain it, but she used to go on a jelly bean diet. So not surprising, there's no fat to be found inside grape jelly. There's no protein inside of it, and 100% carbs, low sugars, almost 30%, so 20% is coming from sugars. You know, if I was really only concerned with fat, I guess I would this is a choice. But I'm concerned about sugar, and I need to get my protein to the level it needs to be. So this would not be a great choice. Next product. Doritos. Oh, nacho cheese Doritos. Man, this new lifestyle for the rest of my life, does it mean I can never eat a Dorito ever again? You know, there's going to be cheat days. There's going to be times you go to parties, and you make up for it the next day by going to the gym. Yeah, doctor used to say you can have a little bit of chocolate cake. That's okay, but a lot of chocolate cake is not okay. So if you're at the party, they got Doritos, you don't pick up the bowl and go sit down with it. You put some on your plate and enjoy what you have. So eating Doritos on a regular basis, do you think that would fit into my lifestyle? I'll give you the answer now, so hit pause if you're not ready. 37% fat in the Doritos. Right? And what goal? 30% or less? Not good. Very little protein, 48%. Hey, look at this. It's only 3% sugar. That's awesome. Yeah, this would not be something I could have regularly in my diet. On to the next product. Cheerios. Heart-healthy Cheerios, right? Cheerios would be a good choice to have regularly in my diet. I'm going to think about that. It's a little bit confusing, maybe, this label is, so let me help you out. I'm not the new labels any less confusing, but is just plain Cheerios. Then they have it, hey, what if I happen to put skim milk on it? Okay, I don't drink skim milk. Looking at strictly the Cheerios numbers here and without the skim milk. They also have this right here is, you know, what for children under 4. I'm definitely not under 4. so what they have is just a smaller portion size for children under 4. Do it for you that way. It's confusing. It does the heck out of me. They didn't. I understand they do. Have you had enough time to figure this one out? Here comes the answer. A 15% off meets fat goals. Protein. There's protein in Cheerios. 12%. That's quite a bit below what my goal wants to be, is 25%. And carbs, 73%. Sugar is only 4%. So you think of modern day cereals packed full of sugar. Cheerios is not a bad choice when it comes to sugar. So this probably wouldn't in my regular diet. However, if I really have to eat cereal for whatever reason, for whatever situation is, whatever is going on in my life, I just have to eat cereals. To compare various cereals and try to pick the best one. And Cheerios might be pretty good because it's low sugar and low fat. Maybe. I'd want to do that checking out. Chips. Now, for all those health nuts that are out there that they want to pretend they're eating potato chips when they're actually eating something that's healthy for them. But are they really healthy? It's got a heart symbol right there on the package. It must be healthy. They're probably just comparing themselves to potato chips and saying, yeah, we're healthier than potato chips. But then again, what isn't healthier than potato chips? Okay, you eat something pretty bad for it to be worse than eating a potato chip. I had a friend that used to call potato chips bag. Have you figured out whether or not these healthy Sun chips are going to fit in my diet? Here comes the answer. Oh, wow, that stings. Could this be possible? That the healthy Sun chips are so bad, but wait, got multigrain in them. Okay, fat, 43%, protein, available protein compared to what I need, 51%, and sugar, 11% sugar added to this, which is 1% higher than really where I want to be. Sorry, Sun chips, you're not part of my diet. Okay, this is ground turkey. Okay, like hamburgers, but choose a healthier option than going with beef hamburgers. So you're going to go with ground turkey or ground chicken. I don't remember. I think it's chicken. So you're going to go with ground chicken to make your hamburger with. So this good idea. Should I, on Monday night have a ground chicken sandwich? Well, math. Wait for the answer. Hit pause because here it comes. As traditional hamburger is, it tends to be pretty fatty. And as is this choice, it's 47% fat. That's why hamburger tastes so good. I've got a rule that if it tastes good, it probably isn't good for you. Protein, 9% and 0%. So it makes you kind of wonder, well, wait, 49 plus 47, so yeah, what's the 4%? Maybe I want to know. And then sugar is 0%, so that's awesome. So source for protein, great for low sugar, but is not what we would call a lean protein, perhaps, because fat content is so high. Lean ground beef. You probably in the trend, I don't know how long it's been out there, 10, 15 years or so, I don't know. To be, you'd go buy hamburger, and hamburger was hamburger, but not anymore. Now they've got 80-20, not 10. This is 96-4. They're talking about fat content is in that particular hamburger. And I don't really know how they use hamburger with less fat. I'm going to give you my theory. I think they use better cuts of meat. Somebody else might say there's a conspiracy theory involving red sludge. I don't know. Could be. But do you think that extra lean ground beef could possibly be any better than ground chicken? Seems possible, right? Because you think of chicken, and chicken's like a lean, healthy meat, and beef is, it's evil. It's away from it. See if this could regularly enter into my new diet. I'm going to do the answer right now. That's amazing. The 96/4 extra lean ground beef has 6% fat, which is my 30% goal. It has 74% protein, which is way, way above my 25% goal. It has carbs. There wouldn't be carbs in my hamburger, but who knows? And then there's no sugar either. So it'd be something I could, if I could afford it, this could be something I could regularly put into my diet. One can of condensed soup. Oh, I don't know what kind of condensed soup this is, but it sounds good. In my diet, let's take the answer. I'm going to give you the answer right now. Okay, it's here that fat is 30% of this product. Normal is 30% or less, so it weeks in just right. I got this from this fat calorie divided into 60. That gave me 30. The other way you could do it is the total fat, 2 times 9 equals 18, which is pretty in the ballpark of 30 as well. And that's what I was talking about before, is that sometimes with the labeling system, you would total fat times 9, and it wouldn't always equal the total calories. Okay, protein 20%, 50%. Sugar is actually okay. I don't know why I have that colored red, but not a good source of protein or carbs. Although I care less about carbs, because in my case I'm focusing on fat, getting my fat and protein balanced out, and then the carbs will take care of themselves. So this would not be an ideal food for me to have. Not horrible. It does meet the fat needs. And I had to pick up protein, additional protein from another source. Maybe I have some soup along with one of those ground beef hamburgers. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Apple. Now, fruits and vegetables, what I'm using anyways, maybe you're not, but I am. Fruits and vegetables are free, so I don't care. I'm as many apples as I want because it doesn't count against me. So, for the fun of it, let's take a look and see, does an apple meet my goals? I'm going to answer right now. I was going to give you the answer right now. Let me try it again. There we go. An apple had 3% fat, 0% protein, which gives you what's left over is 97% carbs, and 10% sugar. Sugar's awesome, fat's awesome. There's no protein in an apple. Of course, it's a lot of carbs. This would be okay to make sure I'm getting protein from another source, but apples would be perfectly fine. Broccoli. Yeah. Can't stand broccoli. So, take a look at this. Is broccoli going to fit into my diet? Give you the answer right now. Thank God broccoli doesn't fit into my diet. Oh, I can't stand broccoli. Okay, so calories, fat is 63%, protein 15%, carbs 22%. Sugars are okay at only 5%. Wait a minute. Fruit vegetables, they're healthy. You're supposed to eat a ton of them, right? How broccoli can show up as being so bad? Well, first off, it shows up as being so bad because I hate broccoli. I won't touch it. So I'm thrilled with the answer. But I can't leave it here. I got to tell you the rest of the story. The grams. When you get into fruits and vegetables, you have to look at the grams. We didn't do this with the apple, but we have. Total grams right here is 283 grams for a cup of broccoli. And if we take a look down here, the fat coming out of that is only 5 grams. So 5 grams out of that, it's only 2% fat. And the protein down here, 3 grams coming out of that. And protein and carbs is 3%. Other, 94%. The rest of the good stuff that comes with broccoli. It's the fiber, the vitamins, all the good reasons why you want to eat broccoli. It's the stuff that helps fill you up. So as much as I really would love to look at this left side, we also have to pay with the fruits and vegetables, raw fruit and vegetables. We have to take a look at the right side as well and find out that it is a pretty good food, because only 6% of the broccoli has any fat, protein, or carbs in it. Right? It means the other 94% is free. So if 6% is going to have any count for you, and that's why this stuff is free. You can eat as much of this stuff as you want, because it's going to take a whole lot of broccoli for it to add up to be anything. And the benefit of eating all this broccoli outweighs the negative that exists for it. So grab that big bowl of broccoli, get into it. You can chunk 2 cups of broccoli for 160 calories. That's 160 free calories. 2 cups of broccoli is enough to make you not want to eat anything else the whole rest of the day. I don't like broccoli, but for me, I'd be done for the rest of the day if I choke that down. Okay, and this is true for any green leafy vegetable. You take a look at lettuce. Well, what is lettuce? It's all fiber and water. I mean, there's very little to it. It's just there as a filler. So have a nice salad before your meal. The next one, this one out of my cupboard. This is Dinty More Complete little meals in a microwave container. And I'm going to go have some lunch here, and I've got 2 choices. Top choice, I can have mashed potatoes with gravy. The bottom choice is I can have turkey and stuffing with gravy. What is the better choice? Which one should I choose? Give you to think about that. I'm looking you through the answer. Trying to think about this. Hit pause. We're going into the answer now. Well, first, let me tell you, I'm not looking at sodium. We'll talk about sodium some other day. We're not going to talk about it today. So don't even look at that. Take a look at the grams of this meal. You'll see they're the same. So we're looking at 2 products with the same amount of grams, 283. Now take a look at the calories. The turkey has a lot more calories. If I was strictly calorie focused, then the answer is to use the chicken over the turkey. You can save 90 calories. And this is why, what you're going to see next is why we really have to look at these labels a little bit more, because there's more to the story than strictly, looking at the calorie count. Now, the reason turkey has calories is because it's got 3 times the amount of fat. Whatever they do with the stuffing, I imagine, or perhaps, shows the amount of fat that's in the product. Taking a look at this top product, the chicken, it's 6% fat, has 30% protein. Excellent. I can keep my fat below 30% and protein above 5%. What covers the carbs is 58%. Now, sugars is only 2%, which is below my 10% that I want. So the chicken is an excellent choice. This thing I could regularly add to my diet. Again, ignore the salt for just another day. But this is a product I could have on a regular basis as part of my diet. How does this turkey stack up? Well, the turkey stacks up. The fat is 28%. Again, below my 30%. The protein is 28%. Above my goal there. Carbs are 44%. My goal for carbs is about 45%. So really close to where my goal is. Sugars are at 6%. So this product could fit into my diet on a regular basis. It kind of fits in a little bit better than the one, just simply because the carbs land closer to where I want the carbs to be. So if it was strictly calorie focused, I would use the chicken. Either one of these is a really, really good choice. Extra 90 calories, it fits in and it's okay. If I were eating these on a regular basis, I'd get sick of eating chicken all the time. And mix things up, have a little variety. Bring in some turkey once in a while, absolutely fine. So this is an example of either product would be a good choice, according to what I have set up for my goals of my diet. I think that brings us to the end. It does. Thank you for playing the label game with me. I hope this helped you out. I hope it was instructional, maybe a little bit of fun. And we'll catch you next time, the next video.